Welcome to the Cambridge community. Starting a new job is an exciting time. Over the coming weeks, you'll be meeting many new people and learning about your role in the MRRC. Hi, I'm Nick Nantle. I've been researching stuff now for nearly 10 years. I make a good living and I enjoy doing quality work. But there's no doubt about it, this is dangerous work. Just when you think nothing can go wrong, it will. If it weren't for safety videos, like this one, I probably wouldn't be alive today. The work you do is very important, and conducting your research in a safe and environmentally sound manner will protect the health and safety of all involved. I want you to listen carefully, because what you learn today could save your life and prevent you suing your employers. In this video, you'll learn about general safety, chemical and lab safety, magnetic fields, and what to do in emergencies. General safety. Visitors need to be arranged in advance and briefed on the specific dangers found in the MRRC, which we will cover later. Friends and family are not normally permitted to the MRRC. As we do not have the luxury of a night watchman to lock up the building, the last person out is responsible for making sure all windows are closed. Please also turn out the lights before leaving. Proper housekeeping is the most commonly overlooked step in maintaining a safe working environment and contributes to many accidents. All sorts of things can happen when you lose concentration. Be aware of tripping or slipping hazards around you and tidy up after yourself. Clean up spills immediately. Your mother isn't here to tidy things up, so it's up to you. If you can't reach, don't overstretch. There must be a better way. That's a better idea. Improper use of ladders is the #1 cause of accidents involving ladders. Remember to spread the feet fully and don't stand or work on the top step. Computers are everywhere in modern labs. It is very unlikely that your work in the MRRC will not involve computers. It is worth taking some time to set up your workstation to suit your body and natural working style. Take plenty of breaks and stretch regularly used muscle groups. Wrist pads and footrests are available if you need them. With proper ergonomics, you should come to no harm. Clear clutter from your work area. This is an unproductive workstation, with things all over the place. A tidy desk is a sign of someone who will finish their PhD in 3 years. Or someone who stays in bed all day. Lifting. Lifting heavy objects using your back places a high load on your lower back and can lead to musculoskeletal pericombobulations. Bend at your knees, keeping your feet close to the load. Keep your back straight and lift with your legs. Electrical safety. Electrical equipment needs to be checked to ensure it is in safe working order. So, look out for PAT test labels on the plugs and body of all equipment. If you bring personal appliances into the lab, you'll need to get these checked too. Daisy chaining of electrical sockets can be dangerous. The current drawn can rapidly mount, overloading the socket. Rigs should be labeled with emergency instructions for electrical isolation and shutdown, along with contact details of whoever is responsible for the rig. In this section we have covered housekeeping, computers, lifting, and electrical safety. Chemical lab safety. We're going to be talking about chemicals. First things first, don't eat or drink in the lab. Go to the kitchen to eat your snacks. Before beginning experiments, you will need to fill in COSH and risk assessment forms. You can find helpful information in MSDS sheets in the EH40 book. Chemicals should be clearly labeled with their contents, your name, and a date. You also need to store and dispose of chemicals appropriately. Flammable materials are stored in metal cabinets. Sharps are put in the sharps bin. Now we've got to talk about protection. I'm not talking about that protection. I'm talking about protecting yourself from laboratory hazards. There are many types of PPE, and it is important to wear the correct type for any situation. Safety glasses must be worn where indicated. These are located outside the lab. Lab coats and gloves should also be worn when needed. Remember, fill in the forms, use chemicals safely, and wear protective equipment. Magnet safety. The magnetic fields used in the lab are very strong, up to 200,000 times as strong as the Earth's magnetic field. Many people have concerns about working in or near these strong magnetic fields, but it's probably fine unless you have a pacemaker or metal implant. And nothing's ever been proved anyway. Watches and other metal objects may be damaged or cause injury. Flying razor blades are also bad. And have you checked your pockets for credit cards? Oh dear. The superconducting magnets are cooled to an ice-cold 4 degrees Kelvin. They are insulated with liquid helium and liquid nitrogen in a near-perfect thermos flask. Cryogenic liquid containers are often present in the labs during refilling of the magnets. Beware! Liquid helium is very cold, and drinking it won't make your voice squeaky. On rare occasions, magnets can boil off their coolants rapidly, and this is called a quench. Since both helium and nitrogen are asphyxiant gases, evacuate the room as quickly as possible and do not return until the room has been fully ventilated. So, to recap, no pacemakers or metal implants, and beware of cryogenic liquids and asphyxiant gases. Emergencies. Nobody except the presenter of a quality safety video can anticipate all the hideous things that can happen in a lab. Please take the time to familiarize yourself with the location of emergency equipment. You may not have time to do this when it all goes pear-shaped. Emergency phone numbers are located near all the telephones, with instructions on what to do in case of fire or injury. If you spill chemicals in your eye, rinse immediately with eye wash located around the lab. If this happens to you, remove affected clothing and rinse thoroughly with lots of water. Don't worry about being naked. A hip and trendy suit is available to preserve your modesty. Chemical spills should be absorbed and disposed of using the chemical spillage kit. Fire safety. The best fire safety is not to have a fire, but you may not have that option. If a fire did break out in the lab, could you and your co-workers escape? Do you feel lucky, or would you end up a bit crispy? If you see a fire, set off the alarm, located here, and dial the emergency number. Fire extinguishers are located here, but only use them if you are confident you can do so safely. In the event of a fire alarm, move directly to muster point 4, which is located to the left-hand side of the building as you leave, near Payne's Pond. It is important that each employee is accounted for so that the emergency services will not place themselves at risk. In summary, don't panic. Familiarize yourself with emergency procedures and phone numbers, and don't take unnecessary risks. If you become confused or unsure at any time, stay calm. Help is always at hand. Research can be fun and it enriches all of our lives, but it can adversely affect your health if you do not understand the associated risks. Your lab needs you. I've been Nick Nantle. Thanks for watching. Be safe.